Joining me now is former LFA welterweight Mark Martin, who's set to face Dilano Taylor on the upcoming PFL Challenger Series on February 25th. Mark, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for having me. Pretty good. Just leaving our pro practice right now, headed home.
Starting things off here, how has camp been so far for you, and how are you feeling ahead of this fight?
It's been going smooth. I've been getting good rounds in. I'm always training, but we kicked it up a notch a little early. I'm helping some teammates out. We got a lot of fights coming up this weekend for the gym. Cannonier is fighting Brunson. Colin Phillips is on the card. We got some people on the LFA card. So yeah, I've been getting it in.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that matchup between Cannonier and Brunson?
Ultimately, I think the winner is gonna get a title shot. So it's a big fight for Jay. I got him knocking Brunson out. Maybe not right away, but eventually, he's gonna get to him, and I think he's gonna get the finish. So he's looking good. He's looking sharp. I'm excited.
Nice. And how did fighting on the PFL Challenger Series come about? Was this something that's been in the works for a while, or just since your last fight?
So PFL kind of been on the radar for a while now. They hit me up for a short notice fight back in like August, but it was like a 3-4 day notice type thing. So we ain't, it wasn't the best time to take it. But the Challenger Series came about, I think December. They hit us up. They hit my management team up, and we worked some out. So it's looking good.
Yeah, definitely. And what are your thoughts on PFL's format? It's super unique with a postseason, a point system. What are your thoughts on all that?
It's cool. It's different, but it's. I like how organized it is. You know when you fighting, and potentially how many times you can fight. You know what I mean? So, and then you could be a champ. The same year. You know what I mean? So it's pretty much as fair as it get. You win the title, and you come home with a milli. So, you can't really beat that.
Yeah, definitely. And who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
Jakar Close and maybe John Crouch. I don't know yet.
I gotcha. And as you mentioned, you trained down at MMA Lab in Arizona with guys like Sean O'Malley and Benson Henderson. What have you taken away from your time down there, and what have you learned?
Oh, man. When I moved here, I moved here like 4 years ago. So when I moved here, I was just fresh out of college. I was pretty much just an athletic wrestler, and pretty much built my skills around that. And now we mixing everything together. So it's been a good journey so far, but we just getting started.
Yeah, definitely. I actually spoke to Benson Henderson in another interview about a week ago, and he actually mentioned you as one of the top guys that's up and coming at the gym. So how much does it mean to you to get support from a guy like that?
Oh, man, Ben been there every step of the way for me. He's cornered me in a couple fights, flew, across the country with me, helped me out on a daily basis. So he like a big brother to me. That's a legend in the game, one of the best to ever do it. And, it's an honor to, be thought of that highly from him.
Definitely. And I want to go back to your first amateur fight back in 2017. What was the motivation behind making the transition to MMA, going back to your time wrestling at Ohio State?
So, just growing up, I was always, a lot of fights growing up. I had an older brother. We fought a lot. So naturally, I was always, I was nobody that really got bullied. You know what I mean? So just naturally, I had it in me. And, I wrestled all my life. I started wrestling at 8. Ended up going to Ohio State for wrestling. And then I had a lot of my boys that was already fighting while I was in college. So, I would train in the summer and, just for fun. I wasn't taking it too serious at the time. But after college, I said, fuck it, let me give it a shot and see if I'm any good at it. And I'm doing pretty good so far. So
yeah, absolutely. And
it was a good choice.
Yeah, definitely. And over the past couple of years, you're fought in promotions like Elephant, Combate Global. What are some of the developments you feel that you've made over your past couple of fights?
Really everything. In between fights, I'm working on my grappling. My grappling and my striking. My grappling and my striking are my top two focuses right now, but really just mixing it all together, because sometimes the wrestling can open up striking and the striking can open up wrestling. So really just, mixing everything together and being more aggressive. Like I'm real, like I got a lot of skills, but sometimes I gotta push on the gas a little more and, put more output out. So I think really that's really the focus for me is just being more active in there.
Yeah, definitely. And for some PFL fans who may not know a lot about you yet and your style, what do you want them to know about you ahead of this fight?
I got the skills to compete with anybody in the world, anybody in the world right now, no matter the organization. I can mix it up. I got good clinch work. I got good striking. I can wrestle my ass off, and I can put it all together. So everybody should be excited. Tune in February 25th.
Nice. And last question for me: what can fans expect from you this year inside the cage? And what's the key to getting that PFL contract?
The key to getting a PFL contract is just, taking it one fight at a time, obviously. So, right now the focus is February 25th. Dilano Taylor, taking him out, and then, we'll focus on what's next, what's after that. But, my focus right now is February 25th and putting on the show for the fans. I wish it was a live crowd. I thought it was going to be a crowd, but I guess it's a closed event. I was excited to fight with a crowd because I ain't fought with a crowd in like 3 years now, since before the pandemic. But regardless, it's the same fight or whatever. So put on the show, get in, get out, and it's on to the next for me.
Yeah, definitely. And before we go, I'll give you the final word to shout out any sponsors you may have, coaches in your team. The floor is yours.
Shout out to the lab. We got a lot of fighters coming up that people don't know yet, but the next year or two, look out for us. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at ShowtimeMartin1 and tune in February 25th.
Absolutely, man. Well, Mark, thanks again for your time. Can't wait to watch you compete for a spot in the PFL, and I'm sure we'll chat again soon. Thank you so much.
All right, cool. Thanks for having me.
Make sure to subscribe to the LowKick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.